I'm playing a match, 3 checks against Mike Klein. For those who doesn't know who Mike is, he is an in-house reporter, journalist at Chess.com. And he was attending the Palma prize giving, the Palma FIDE Grand Prix, in which I was playing. And at the prize giving, he was kind of chatting with me and so on. And at one point, he said, "Do you know 3 checks? I think I could beat you at 3 checks." After which he basically went on to explain the rules, as if I don't know the rules of 3 checks. I mean, come on. I've been telling my students, encouraging them to play 3 checks because it's a fun way of training tactics, basically. It's a more concrete, it's a more kind of, it's chess. The pieces move like chess. You have to think of combinations as if it's chess. But it's a bit more aggressive. It's a bit more, it demands more of you tactically. So I think it's a very interesting game. And Mike, having said that, I challenged him immediately to some over-the-board 3 checks games. But we were slightly disrupted by Maxime Vacher-Lagrave, who is a very good 3 checks player and who was constantly pointing out all my mistakes. So this time we're going to have no outside help from world-class players. It's going to be Mike against me. I consider myself the favorite, but I do know that Mike is very keen on studying 3 checks openings. So he's spending a lot of time trying to kind of figure out the best opening moves. And to be honest, that is not something I have done with my life. So I'm going to take some minutes now to actually... Well, it's basically a 10-minute crash course in 3 checks. So the first thing you know is that white almost always goes e4, because then you open up both the diagonals for the good diagonal pieces. And if you go e5, then I mean, it's just weakening the king so much. So e5 is a big mistake. Instead, Mike is going to be playing c5. So it's basically, you want to keep the same principles as in chess. You want to have some central control, but at the same time, you want to be able to respond to bishop c4 by going e6. So that's kind of the idea of why Sicilian might be a good idea even in 3 checks. Yeah. And then now I think because of this, because of having e6, you don't go put the bishop on c4. So instead you go knight f3, knight c6, knight c3, e6. I think this is the kind of opening that we will be expecting a lot today. And now e5 is supposed to be an interesting move, because then you can kind of use the knight to get a check on d6. And there's 2 ways of getting to d6, so you cannot really avoid it. But on the other hand, so Mike and I have been discussing this d5 move, and whether in this position Black is happy to give away a check in order to gain extreme central control. And I think just in general, White has such a big advantage of having the first move, that getting this position with a pawn up and good central control could be a good opening for Black. So I think I'm going to try to play like this, And then we had some training games in which I played bishop b5, bishop d7, and I think castles. Somehow we had some training games where we were doing something like this. And I was playing white, and I was telling him that I'm just playing positional chess. Basically what AlphaGo was doing to Stockfish. I'm telling him that, yeah, you may have a bishop, but the bishop is going to be blocked by your own pawns basically the entire time. But this is very kind of slow and positional-ish, which feels strange for such a tactical game like Three Checks. But I have some faith in this. I think that you can play positionally sound chess even in Three Checks. So that's going to be kind of my mission to prove that. Grunmu has a question. If you really want to go for a hyper-tactical chess variant, why not Crazy House? And there's a very simple explanation. I'm not very good at Crazy House. So I really like the Three Checks game. I think it has some very chessic things while having. I think it's basically just a more tactical version of chess, and I think it's very exciting, and I really like it, and clearly so does Mike as well, and so we both really like Three Checks, and then Three Checks makes a lot of sense. Whoop whoop, says Twitchy McMudface. So we'll say hi back. Is there something important I should be saying? The time control will be starting at 6 p.m. Oslo time. That's noon Eastern, and we'll just play for a full hour. So there's no set number of games, and we'll play with the time control 1 minute per game, and 3 additional seconds per move. I came up with that. I think it's clever. I think it's an interesting time control. Maybe it doesn't allow for talking too much during the game. But Three Checks should be you should be stressed. You should be feeling like I really got to make a quick decision. And I'm also hoping that quick decisions favor me as opposed to Mike. Yeah, so I think it's going to be mostly Sicilians. But on the other hand, there is another defense which is pretty solid, and that is the French defense. And one of my favorite traps is this knight c3. To kind of, you need to do this before playing d4, because otherwise you would be hit by bishop b4 check. And then queen h4 is kind of my favorite trick. And now you should play g3, after which white has a very good position. And if you go knight c3, then actually queen takes f2 just wins instantly. So it's 1 check, then it's 2 checks. And the only way to avoid the 3rd check is by going to a light square. So you need to go with the king to e2, and then knight c6 just seals it, because the king will be checked if it stays on e2, and if you go up, there's going to be a different check. So that's kind of my favorite trap, but it doesn't really happen often, and it's never going to happen against Mike. Okay, 3 more minutes till start. It feels slightly like cheating, but do you have any tips for me? Is what I've said now correct? I think I'm good at the game, but openings is really not my forte. Yeah, I'm hoping that many games also kind of evens out that I might lose a couple of the first ones, just through poor openings, basically. So let's make sure I'm ready to challenge when it's no. Just Mike. That was his username, right? Mike Klein, just Mike. I don't remember his username. A troll have come. Hello. We're doing 3 checks. Is made today. Yeah, what was Mike's username? Mike Klein. Okay, so it's not Chess Mike. It's just his name, Mike Klein. Yeah. Hi everyone, says Numeroid. I'm just gonna challenge Mike. I think it's my computer is 559. I think that's within reason to start playing. Mike Klein does not accept challenges. Well, that's kind of rude of him. So I'll go on Skype and tell him to challenge me because he doesn't accept challenger. And he's responding. And what's he saying? He says okay, and we're off. Okay, so I get white in the first game. I mean, basically that's a big win in itself. So this is what I was talking about, this e5 move. And oh, he told me that he didn't prepare. He told me that he may have lied about the preparation. This knight move seems very prepared. I mean, that's not just, I don't think he played that just randomly. I'm very suspicious. Okay, so I mean, I'm white, so I still have a big advantage. I don't think, I was more concerned about the knight going up to g4. So I think the knight here on f5, I'm not too concerned about it. And this bishop, once again, I'm using the pawns to kind of block the bishop. Can I get freaky? No, I don't really want to be doing that. I'll just go here. I'm a bit concerned about him just playing f6 and having good central control. Okay, now he's getting freaky. Then I certainly can. The H file is getting cut off because of the because of the graphics. That's I'll fix it for the next game. But as you can see, what I hadn't anticipated were these stuff on the side that's supposed to indicate who has the most checks. So I did not anticipate that messing up my setup. Okay, so Mike really likes these lounges with his pawns. He really likes to go aggressive when he's black, going aggressive with the g-pawn. And now I can give checks whenever I feel like it. And I think I feel like giving a check on d6. I shouldn't have done that. That was a big mistake. Okay, he had the option of taking back here and then threatening some checks down here. But he didn't go for it. And that was a mistake. Because now I get my knight. Okay, it's still a close call probably. I think he should have tried to threaten this one. Let's see, I need one more check. So actually here now I'm threatening this check. Which he didn't see. Now it's really close. I have 3 checks, no? Yeah. Very good. So I'm gonna adjust the adjust the screen capture, and then we'll continue. That's better. That's better. And you can see on the side that I have the 3 checks required to win the game. Okay, so I think what I learned here is that Mike has some freaky ideas in the opening, but he's not playing the best moves. I think at 3 or 4 different occasions he had better moves than what he played. Okay, he plays bishop c4. He was doing this to me in Spain as well, but it looks so silly. It doesn't look threatening at all. I cannot believe that this is gonna be a problem for me in the match. So if I go knight f6 and he takes here, then I can go bishop c5. I mean, this has to be fantastic for me, no? Checky. I'm gonna take it. I think it works. I think it works. And also I'm threatening the bishop, and he's thinking, he's allowing it. Check. No, it works. Come on. Check, check. You need to go to a light square, and then I go knight g4. He missed knight g4 here. 2-0. Whoa! What a start to the match. What a start. What was the thing here? E5. Okay, he's continuing with this knight move. And he's still putting it here, which I really think is a mistake. I really think so. Now he's taking with the d-pawn? I mean, that's positionally ugly. That is not good positional chess. That's his idea. Okay, so I cannot take because then I'll allow a check here. But I have to move. Okay, I guess I'll go here. Yeah, okay. This is why I was clever in the earlier game, when I castled before playing d3. That may have been actually a very good idea. I didn't realize it at the time. Okay, so he can give me one check and then two checks. So he can give up his queen and his knight to get two checks. But then I'll have massive material superiority to prevent the last check, I think. So I don't think he's going to do that. But if he doesn't do that, I'm just going to hide my king in the corner. And if I get the chance to hide my king in the corner, I'll have a massive positional advantage. He's daring me to take this pawn. I can't get myself to take it. Check, I get one check. No, it's not enough. It's not enough. I'll just hide in the corner and then I'll have this very nice central structure. Okay, one check. Oh, come on. I missed that? That's horrible. That was actually really, really poor. So he's one check away from winning. Ah, yeah, the check here. I haven't given up on this. I think I could swindle him here. I think it's possible. It's gonna be tricky, but it's possible. Take on e7, you. Ah, that was a mistake. What to do? Checkmate. Checkmate ends the game. It's very close. I might make it. Still just, I need to avoid a check. It's very close. One, two, three checks. One check. Two checks. Three checks. Booyah! Okay, that was a very close one. I did not... Yeah, I had some real issues there. But it was a very nice comeback from what seemed like a very dangerous situation. I'm going to repeat this knight d4 move. I thought it was very nice. I was very happy with how it worked out. What? He's blundering the bishop again? You gotta be kidding me. Maybe he missed that it was hanging. I'm just a piece up. What's going on? I mean, he must have blundered that. It's really tempting to start attacking somehow. I'm gonna do it. Check, check. Yeah. I'm just gonna exchange queens. I mean, I'm I'm a piece up. I can afford to exchange a queen. Yeah, I really thought this was going to be a very evenly contested match, because in our blitz games, it was very close all the time. But he's made some big mistakes so far. I'm gonna castle. Real soon. I may have made a mistake. I shouldn't have let him. If I now go back, he's going to take this one. I can give a check. And then I give a check. Then I'm very close to giving 3 checks. Actually, I'm going to do that. So I'm concerned if he takes here and goes with the bishop to prevent me from castling. But I don't think he can take on e5 because I have the bishop threatening stuff. Yeah. I'm actually going to pre-move that. No. Okay, so my king is safe. I'm a piece up. Should be enough. I'll take this one and then I'll go to g5. Create threats. Big threats. And my bishop, I mean, that's the brilliant part of having an extra bishop, is that he cannot guard these light squares around his king. So I'm gonna be able to play this move. Probably I could have gone somewhere smarter, but and then I'll take this one. Just do some exchanging and give a check. Yeah, there's nothing he can do. So that's 4-0. 4-0. He's probably upset right now. He's probably very upset. Wow! Wow! A6. I've never seen that before. Wow, he's really upset about this getting crushed thing. But on the other hand, what do I do now? Do I stop b5? Probably not. So what do I do? And I'm low on time. Okay, let's just go e5 and pretend it's the same opening. Yeah, no, a6 is kind of annoying. All my plans are based on putting the bishop here. And now I'm actually giving him... I'm giving him the pawn for a check. I sincerely doubt that was my best course of action, but I was getting low on time. I needed to make a decision. So at least here I have a check. I'm up a check, which presumably is worth something, right? Okay, and now I'm gonna sacrifice a pawn to kind of open up the center. Maybe I should have gone bishop d3 instead. I can do it now. That's actually a good idea. Chasing back the knight and then going d4. Yeah, that I cannot believe for a second that's going to be a good move. Take, he takes with the g pawn. He's thinking he won't give me a lot of checks. I don't think so. I think he's wrong. But there's a big question here whether I should go g3 or king h1. Because king h1 might put me in this diagonal with the bishop. So it could be scary. So now I want to go d5, open up. Yeah, d5. So he's just going to sacrifice, actually. He's just going to play bishop g. No, he's not sacrificing. Okay. That's a mistake. I have the check on a4. Yeah, I think he just realized that. Yeah, and now I have the check on h5. And he resigned. It's 5-0. I really thought this was going to be an extremely close match. I think maybe I got him on the time control. He's getting stressed. He's getting really stressed. And he's not trusting his normal openings. Should I do the payback? Probably he'll try e5 now. Maybe I should try his e6 move. Okay, no. But on the other hand, this knight d4 move has been working so well, so well. I'm just going to keep playing it. There's a concern about knight takes here and then knight takes here. I'll go for it anyway. Capturing this pawn feels dangerous because I'll open the diagonal towards his king. Okay, he's a brave man. He's a very brave man. But he might be foolish. E5 now. Then give a check here. No. I'll just do this. Okay, that may have been, yeah, probably that was a big mistake. Giving up your bishop. Bishops are really valuable. So probably that was a mistake. Giving up my bishop so easily. But on the other hand, I have some hope of grabbing this e4 pawn. Yeah, I'm just going to take it. I don't think he can sacrifice his way just yet. But I'm very concerned about a rook coming here. And then I have no dark square protection. At all. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned. Mike is playing awful, says the chat. And I'm very much inclined to agree. I don't think he's playing his best 3 checks. But right now, I think also I'm in trouble. I think right now, he's got a good position. I'm going to try to go bishop b5 to get some of the white attacking pieces off the board. Naturally, he wants to keep those. Yeah, okay, I'll go bishop c6. I'll try to exchange off the rook on c7. So I'm a pawn up, there are no checks, and his bishops are way more effective at giving checks than my remaining pieces. So we'll go into an endgame. Okay, that was a big mistake. I mean, he's giving away his bishop for no reason at all. That has to be a mistake. Okay, it looks like he just wants to defend. It's kind of strange. Take. I'm allowing 2 checks, but not 3. 1 check. What? Oh, come on! I let him take my rook with a check. I thought we had no checks each. I let him get a check in the most silly way. Just exchanging off pieces. Okay, that's... Okay. So I thought here he had 2 checks and I would win easily with my extra bishop. But he had 3 checks. Okay. That's what I get for not paying attention. Yeah. But my openings are good. I mean, I'm having good openings, and now I just made a big mistake. And he's doing his a6 stuff again. That's tricky. He found something that works for him, and then he's just repeating that. So this time I'm going to get my bishop out. And I'm ready to go queen e2 if he attacks, which he does. And I'll go queen e2, yeah. But what if d6 now? I mean, then he has just very good central control. Yeah, no, this a6 move is kind of messing up my plans. My normal way of approaching these positions. Now if he goes d6, I can go bishop b5. That's very clever. That's very clever. I can go here, check. No. I'll just castle. Go f4. Hoping to get this knight back into play. g6. Okay, he's nervous. Really for no good reason at all. I think he's just weakening his position without really the need to do so. And taking on g2, I can take back. And I think it's another 2-check situation. And 2 checks is not going to be enough for him. Okay, I got his bishop. And he's offering a queen exchange? Wow. I guess he noticed that I massively misplayed the endgame in our last game. So now he's just getting those queens off as soon as possible. But I think with the bishop pair in this position, I think I still have a big advantage. But on the other hand, I do realize that it's going to be slightly... Okay, he just blundered a piece. Yeah, now he's desperate, starting making strange pawn moves on the other side. Yeah, this is not gonna end well for you, Mike. Okay, I'll just... After h4, I should avoid the knight going to g3. But other than that, I'm fine. Maybe I should just take the knight. I might as well. His king is not going anywhere. So I can even go rook f2 just to protect this pawn. I'm tempted to take it, but I guess it's unprofessional. Okay, probably I didn't play that the way I should, but it's good enough. Takes there. How many checks? I have no checks. Wow. Okay, but now I'm running with the pawn. But if he had played rook b7 one move earlier, I'm not sure. Yeah. Just push the pawn until it allows a check on g7. Yeah, Granmo is pointing out that I lost 236 rating points from being 6-1 up, which is unfortunate, but it's I started out with a way higher rating than him, so that's how it goes. Okay, now he's just playing. This is actually interesting strategy. He's just playing random moves, trying to confuse me in the opening, making sure that I get low on time, and then I'll just, you know, blunder something. No, I think this is classic tilt. I mean, Queen h5, that is just so classic. Doing stuff for no good reason. Yeah, he's very upset about the start of this match. And I have no intention of stopping. I'm just going to pile on. Let's develop pieces. I'm a bit concerned about the bishop here. But he didn't do that. And now I'll take this opportunity to get some central control. Play e5 and then maybe I shouldn't have played e5. Yeah. Risky business. Okay. Having played e5, I kind of needed to do something to stop the bishop's diagonal. So I played d5 and now I have bishop e6. Protecting everything, hopefully. I'm up on time. So that's good. But he has some weaknesses in my king position he will try to exploit. So now I'm playing h5 to stop bishop h6. And on the next move, I'm actually thinking about playing g5. It's very aggressive, but it might work. Knight there. Okay, I'll play a6 first. Then g5. It feels like a very, very bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway. It should confuse him if nothing else. I'll go f5 as well. Why not? Why not? Now the big question, should I go b5 as well? Wow. Whoa. What's going on? Okay, now he's just trying to confuse me. I can take this one and then take this one, but then my king will be very exposed. Very exposed. That's a very good try at confusing me. I'm officially confused. Okay, I'm gonna do this instead. And then he's going to go knight c4. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to confuse him back. Okay. No, I allowed him to take an e5. That was a big mistake. Okay, he should have taken on e5 there. Because now I get to consolidate my king somehow. Yeah, okay. Okay, that was not a good move. That was not a good move. Okay, I'll give this exchange. He doesn't even want my exchange. Probably he should have taken my rook. The rook is pretty effective at attacking. The queen is trapped. It's a trap. Now this is hanging as well. Everything is hanging. Let's just protect the checks. I could have taken the knight, but I'm not sure. And he gave up. Okay, he could have fought on there. I mean, with the low time and exposed king, it could have gone any way. But I was a queen up. No, I'm supposed to go knight first. I'm supposed to go knight. Yeah, okay. No, you really need to be concentrated all the time. Because otherwise you just fall for this silly stuff. Okay, he's done thinking that a piece is not good enough. I mean, now he's just... now he's just attacking. Okay, so I'm nervous about f6 and opening the f file. But I'm hoping that I can do something in the meantime to kind of... Okay, one piece was okay, but two pieces... I mean, surely this is not enough. Two pieces for a check? No, that's not how you play this game. No, come on. I'll go for the queen exchange. Two pieces up in an endgame, I should be able to win that. And now I'm getting the knight to e4. Probably he'll need to go d5 to stop that. Then I have some very tempting options. Yeah. No, he didn't stop knight e4, and now booyah. This is what happens when you get on tilt. You lose all sense of kind of propriety, and you lose one game, and then you lose another game and another game, and I need to move. Okay, I shouldn't be talking too much. I could still mess this up. I mean, it feels like it's impossible to mess up, but I could do it. I think I'm capable. Yeah, so I'll take the queen exchange with an extra check. Surely that's going to seal the deal. And I'll go here because I have a check, then another check. Yeah. Check. I need one more check. Okay, I'm willing to give you one more check, but that's it. No more checks after this. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have allowed that. That was actually silly of me. It was very unnecessary. I mean... Yeah, no, it was unnecessary. I'm gonna stop him. So basically, he's gonna give up his rook. No, he's not. Yeah, I could still mess this up. 2 checks. I could do that. Rook g5. Ah, this one. No, I thought... yeah. Okay. This is really getting too close for comfort. Way too close. Okay, I need to stop any checks. No checks allowed. Oh, Christ. You'd think that with just a rook, he had no chance, right? Okay, I'm gonna go hide in the corner. I mean, he should have no chance. Why does it feel like he has a chance? Yeah, there he blundered. Yeah, okay. Okay. One more. So Legendary is getting some help in the chat. What are the rules with the checks? And it's 3 checks and you win. Regardless of the rest of the position, 3 checks and you win the game. Okay, this time maybe I'll do something to protect this pawn. Maybe I'll go here. So now I think he should play bishop d3. But having watched his games, I thought maybe he wouldn't do that, even though he should. But I was wrong. I was wrong. Bishop c5. b4. That's very aggressive play. I'm not sure it's good. I don't think it's good. I'll take it. Then I'll go back. And if he took with the knight, I would go queen f6. But now I might go queen f6 anyway. Nah, this is good for him. He has better central structure. Yeah. Mika says a true chess gangster would win 3 checks with 4 checks. And that's true. That's true. But I'm not given the option. I think in some of these games, I actually would have had a chance to get 4 checks. It's just that once you get 3, the game is done. But yeah, 4 checks is better than 3 checks. I think I'm worse. Now he's playing f4, so I should probably stop that. Maybe I'm not worse. I can go d5 as a pawn sacrifice and then put the bishop on h3. Okay, I'm getting low on time. I stopped f4 because of queen b6 check. We'll pre-move just in case he gets a bit funky. That was very clever. That was actually very clever. Yeah, so I'll have to take this one. If I took an e4, he would play knight h6 check. And I wouldn't be able to take that back. Okay, this is getting tricky. It's the 3-check endgames which are somehow the trickiest games. Because you never really know how to approach the endgame. I'm guessing that I'm in massive trouble. Because a bishop is so much stronger than a knight in these open positions. And somehow I need to make sure that his rooks doesn't get into play. But I can't really stop him, can I? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go here to make sure that his rook, his other rook, doesn't get into play. And that made him nervous. This is very good news. f5 is a huge move, taking control over the light squares. Tricky. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do. Okay, talk about endgame, huh? 3 checks endgame. And I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what he's doing. Check. 1 check. That was close. 3 checks. Do you see that? It was, I had 1 second left, but I think I calculated it correctly. I get the 3 checks regardless of which piece takes back, and he just resigned. And this time I'm making sure to go with the other knight to c3. And he has this a6 move, which has been really annoying. Really annoying. And I don't know what to do. Okay, let's try again. Because I'm basing all my plans on going bishop b5. And he started playing a6 to prevent that. And I wasn't sure how to cope with it. And I think this knight h6 move is interesting. But every time he follows it up with knight f5, which I really think is a mistake. I think the knight is better on h6, partly because it can go to g4. Here the knight on f5 is just really not doing much, I think. Okay, d5 is interesting. I actually feel like I'm getting outplayed. I gave away one of my bishops, and now he's taking big central control. Yeah, I'm not happy with how this went. Rook b8. That's a strange move. Yeah. I thought it was a strange move, but it might be a very good move. I have no idea what to do. Basically, I'm just gonna take him on time. That's my plan right now. Get a time win. Yeah, I really hate my position. And having a position you hate after 11 moves with white, I mean, it's basically unheard of. Okay, I think queen b6 was a mistake. He could have gone rook b4. I was concerned about that move. Okay, I'm going to hide my queen here on g3, and it's doing some good job of creating attacking-ish threats against g7. Okay. Yeah, well, if that works for him, it's bad news for me. But I have some good counterplay here. This is actually very interesting. It's 0-0 for checks. Yeah, I'm gonna win this. He should go rook b5, I think. Oh, come on! Are you kidding? You cannot resign here. Oh no, I had a check. Yes, I'm playing on the next move. I'm playing rook takes e6, and I'll have the two checks. I didn't realize I had a check. Yeah, okay, so I was winning there easily. What's going on in the chat? Still talking about Aman making his GM title. Wow. Well done to Aman. I'll go a6. Makes sense. And now he's doing strange stuff. Ah no, he's going knight d5. That's his new strategy. But what? And now he's going bishop. Okay. No. I need to do something. So the bishop is just going to stand here looking at me. It's a strange strategy. It's a very strange strategy. Maybe I should have gone with my bishop to d6. You know, I don't think this strategy of his was very good, but it certainly did confuse me. And now I'm getting really low on time. So there's that. Yeah, I'm slightly concerned about all the white pieces coming to checkmate me. No, I'm very concerned. I'm not slightly concerned. I'm very concerned. Man, how did I... Yeah, I don't know. Wow! Knight h7. What is going on? Okay, what's going on? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What? Wow. Knight h5. Ah, yeah, no, and then he takes. Yeah. Knight h7 twice. That is some next level. Wow. Wow. Yeah. I was concerned with good reason. Am I gonna keep playing this e5 stuff? I don't really like it. I shouldn't be playing something I don't like. Let me try this bishop d3. This is gonna be my contribution to 3 checks theory. Bishop d3. Developing the bishop without letting it be subject to attack. Yeah. Somehow his bishop is way better than my bishop. Way better. Yeah, now I'm the one tilting. Now I'm the one making silly moves and okay. I'm going for it. So I'm giving up a central pawn without any good justification at all. Just to confuse him. Normally when I've been giving up my central pawns, I've at least gotten a check. But here I'm not even getting that. I'm just trying to confuse him. So there's 6 more minutes of the match. It's 3 checks. First to 3 checks wins. And I'm going to check the guy with the black pieces, but I'm not sure how I want to do it. 1, 2, 3, check, check. Okay, I'm gonna play this move. I really wanted to play queen takes c5, but I thought maybe he could take my pawn on h2. So f4 is kind of stopping his bishop from taking my pawn, whilst simultaneously check, check. Okay, it's getting tricky. He's just playing g6. Did he miss that? Check, check. Now I got rook takes check. Doesn't work. Okay, I'm pretty low on time. I should just play some quick moves to get more time. I think I'm not letting the time get to me as much as Mike is. I think Mike is getting really stressed out whenever the time gets low. So whenever the time is low, I'm exploiting that. I'm not sure that was a great move. Check, check. That's 2 checks. It's not enough checks. So I'll have to go back, I guess. We have another endgame. But this endgame I'm not too optimistic about. Okay, now I'm optimistic about this endgame. How many checks? I'm very proud of this move, actually. Because I'm preparing to go rook d1 if he plays d3. He has no checks. So just removing this pawn is enough. Okay, it's the last game. I'm up 11-2. I mean, we're gonna hear from Mike after this game, but 11-2. I really never thought that was gonna happen. I thought this was gonna be a really close match, and I thought I was gonna win it. Oh, that's the wrong move. But maybe it's brilliant. A6. This is basically Mike's idea, playing a6. Maybe he could have exploited that. But now I get this line, which I had 2 times earlier, which was massively in my favor. So this position we have had 2 times previously, and I have won both games with black. Yeah, this bishop move I think is much better than what he has been playing. But on the other hand, am I not getting some pretty nasty checks coming up? On g3, I'm seriously considering going knight e5. Or maybe h5. g3, h5. It's interesting. Check. Maybe I should go h5 now. Because I need to kind of get rid of this pawn. I need to push the pawn forward so that I can get my bishop to give some checks. Check. Here. Bishop here. Maybe if he takes, I can go h4 instead of giving the immediate check to get the rook into play. h4 moves, check. No, it's not going to work. So now I'm threatening queen h2 check. Two checks, 3 checks, and it's match. And it's 7 p.m. Oslo time. That means we have been playing for the full hour, and I'm very happy to say I have beaten Funmaster Mike, the guy who came up to me at the Palma prize giving saying, do you know the 3 checks rules? I think I could beat you at 3 checks. He has gotten his a real whooping today. He's going to claim he was very tired, but it was a big day for Hammer's 3 checks confidence. And I'm going to call him now, and we're going to hear a little bit from Mike. And let me just reiterate the score, Mike. It's 12-2. Now wait, I need to turn on you're on speaker.
Oh, fantastic. Well, first of all, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm not sure whether the chat is can hear you, so maybe we can get some feedback from them.
Well, while they're letting you know, first, congratulations. That was resounding. I had a feeling I was gonna have a tough time beating you with this increment, because when we played our practice games, it seemed like my only wins were on time. But yeah, I didn't have any answer for you as black. I thought my knight h6 idea was going to lead somewhere, but I think you won every game as white.
I did. Yeah, I thought the knight h6 idea was interesting, but I thought knight f5 was a mistake afterwards.
Yeah, I just got a little bit too worried about the d6 square, but I don't know if you showed your viewers this, the kind of analysis I did instead of knight h6, if black plays d6 or d5. And I'm pretty sure that if I play d6 or d5 instead of knight h6, it's just really bad for black. Anyway, we could look at that some other time. But
you've been analyzing the 3 checks openings?
Well, come on, man. I mean, I was giving away a bit of chess skill in this match. I thought I had to get an edge somewhere else. But you also, what really won you the match, I believe, was this knight d4 idea as black that you kept playing. It really neutralized most of the positions that I was familiar with in 3 checks.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea, I think. No, it's about central control, right? And you're willing to give up this pawn just for getting your pieces out as black. White is supposed to have a big edge from moving first. But I was actually surprised. I think both of us was doing pretty good with black. I think there were some games in which I had some troubles with white.
Yeah, I believe every endgame. Well, okay, I had that one bishop endgame that I won, but I mean, one of the problems I think is, well, this is a problem with my chess skill. But if we start playing a chess game where neither of us has checks, you're always going to be that little bit faster, that little bit more knowledgeable, in just regular positions. Your intuition for activity of pieces counts for something. And yeah, there's a couple positions where I had a couple checks and I thought I was really getting somewhere, but just couldn't get that third check.
Yeah, no, I had to be careful as well. I guess one time I really messed up because I forgot that you got a check when we exchanged the rooks and went into this endgame.
Right, yeah.
So
I had a game early on where I forgot you had an early check too when you played like queen takes e6, and it's easy to do in this game to just simply forget there's a check that's occurred.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually expected this to be a very close match. What happened? Are you tired?
Oh, no, I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I mean, basically, the thing that I'm going to work on from this match, the 2 positions are, can I make this knight h6 defense as black viable? And I don't know if you showed your viewers this or not, but when we played our practice games in Spain, almost every game I played as black, you played bishop b5, bishop takes c6, and you do that again to me today.
Yeah.
And I just kept getting worried about my light square bishop, I just cannot make use of it as black in 3 checks. So I was worried about that. But what I really want to work on is this idea you kept playing as black where you played knight d4.
Yeah.
And I thought it was very clever what you did in this final game. Okay, of course, knight g4 is just probably a winning tactic. That was my blunder. But you switched the move order and you played a6 on move 3.
Yeah, I actually didn't do that intentionally. I kind of realized afterwards that I got my moves wrong, but then I thought, well, this is interesting. And I suppose to a certain extent I was inspired by your openings, because at some point as black, you were playing a6 to stop my bishop b5 ideas.
Yeah.
And it was making me think. And also, I wasn't really happy with the ideas I came up with. So I thought this a6 move you played could be interesting as well.
Yeah, and the move order, I mean, I guess you lucked into a move order. I was all excited because I won game 12, and here we are in the final game 14. And when you play a6, I can't play queen e2 right away, like I could in game 12, which was really my only sort of resounding win, I guess you'd say, out of the 2 wins. But so yeah, there's still a lot of room for experimentation. And actually, so little is known about the opening. If we play a long match, there's a temptation, if you kill me, for me to just copy your opening in the next game. But I feel like that it's like you playing yourself. It feels a little bit unsportsmanly. But I guess all is fair in match play. I'm going to go back and look at all these games for sure.
Yeah. So are we going to do this again? Are we going to have another match? Are you going to want a rematch after losing 12-2?
You know, I've never... It's funny, I've worked for Chess.com for 4 years. I've never been a part of a match like this. And now, okay, I lost horribly. I have no ego in chess. That's fine. But I really like that I played this match for one big reason. I report on players who play these matches all the time, and I now have a little taste of what it feels like to go on tilt a little bit and to get frustrated. I believe I banged my desk a couple times, so I'm glad I wasn't on camera. And Hammer, I only played for 1 hour. I mean, when they play Speed Chess Championship matches, it's for 3 hours.
Yeah, we could tell you were tilting a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, what really rattled me early on is you played Queen C7, and of course, you might have noticed this was like game 2 or 3. I'm spending a lot of time making sure Queen takes H2 doesn't win, but I just forgot that after Queen takes H2, King takes H2, you don't have to play Knight G4 check first. You can play Bishop D6 check first. And I just basically have to resign.
Yeah, that's naturally the win I'm the most happy with.
Yeah, and you know, the fact that happened so early in the match really rattled me because, well, you know, if you spend your entire time analyzing one move and you tell yourself it doesn't work and then it does work, it's, well, it's a bit deflating, of course.
Yeah.
So I want to play again. I know I'm not the favorite. I hope I can do better than 12-2. But yeah, I have to get some better positions out of the opening because, like I said, those two positions I need to work on are really important for me. But you know what? I was analyzing your game history, and I think I have a little bit of a triumph here. I don't think you had lost a game in 3 checks before this match, had you?
Possibly not on the Chess.com server. I mean, I saw that my 3 checks rating was pretty massive, and when I was 6-1 up, I had lost 200 rating points.
Yeah, I believe that's because your K factor was pretty small. I mean, you hadn't played a lot of games, and you hadn't played them in a long time, but yeah. I just went back in your game history. I actually didn't learn anything from your game history, by the way, because your opponents played openings that I would really never consider. But yeah, you were like 2,800, and I couldn't find any losses. So if there's anything good that I can hang my hat on is that I at least took a couple games off you. But 12-2 is resounding, man. Congratulations. That was impressive.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, thanks, Hammer. I'll study up, and to be continued.
So that was Mike Klein, the guy. Oh, sorry. The guy who thought I couldn't play 3 checks. I proved him wrong in the nerdiest way possible by doing a 1 hour 3 checks match. Yeah. I'm gonna quit now unless there are some questions. I guess we can do a replay of my favorite game. It was actually this very opening, and the key moment was that after castles, Queen C7, I'm threatening both the bishop on C4 and the pawn on H2. And Mike didn't comment on this, but he actually ended up in this very same position twice. So he made the same mistake twice. So the journalist, the Chess.com reporter, is getting a feel of how it is to get into trouble in these speed chess internet matches. And after D3, queen takes H2, what Mike said, now it's not allowing me because the it's weird. The analysis board has 2 checks, so it won't allow me to do the game from scratch. Can I do a fresh position? No. That's weird. Okay, but anyhow, that's it from the 3 checks. Mike Klein getting 2 games, but it's the Hammer takes the win with 12 games to 2. There's no questions in the chat. Not this chat. Is there going to be any questions on this chat? Let me just check the chess.com. Ica Basic is saying next up we should have a Magnus versus Hammer 3 checks match. That could be interesting. But on the other hand, I think I would lose. I could maybe team up with Mike as my opening coach. then I think I would have a chance against Magnus. Yeah. So that's it from me. Fevang asks, when is the next stream? And that's actually a very good question, so I should talk about that. The upcoming schedule. So on my Twitch page, I have made a collection of the streams I'm going to do in January. So I'm going to put out the link. No, it's twitch.tv/GMJLH/events. And there you can find all the streams I'm planning to do in January. My next stream is going to be the Thursday the 11th of January. So I'm going to take a 2-week break from streaming. There's going to be some Christmas celebrations. There I'm going to Stockholm to play the Rilton Cup. So that's going to be interesting as well. I'm playing the Norwegian Rapid Championship. And then I'm going to need a little break from doing all of that. And then I'll be back streaming. So Thursday, January 11th, I'll have a stream. And just a reminder, the Pro Chess League is coming back for its second season. It starts on January the 18th, and the Norway Gnomes, for which I am the team captain, is going to be playing. And we boast 2 world champions. We have the world junior champion Arjan Tari, and we have the world chess champion Magnus Carlsen. And we might get some more titles during Christmas because Magnus is playing in the Blitz and Rapid championships. And the way he's been playing Blitz and Rapid this year, I hold him as a big favorite to take at least one more world championship. So there's going to be a streaming break, but I'll be back with plenty of stuff in January. So I hope to see you then. Good evening to the Europeans, and have a nice day to the Americans, and happy holidays.